Welcome to the Explainer. Listen, today we're diving into something truly special. We're not just talking about a cricket match, no. We're talking about the day a record that felt, well, unbreakable was just completely shattered.
All right, so let's set the stage a little. You know, in any sport, you have your great players, right? The ones who show up, score the runs, win the games. They're the workhorses, the backbone of the team.
But then, you've got another level. The players who don't just score, they create moments. You know what I'm talking about. The stuff you see on highlight reels for years and years. The impossible catches, the last-second shots. That's what legends are made of. And then, there's a tiny, tiny group of athletes who are in a league of their own. They don't just play the game, they completely change it. They're the ones who rewrite the history books.
So yeah, that's what we're talking about today. How one of the most iconic records in cricket, one that has stood for a generation, was finally broken. This is all about a modern master stepping into a league of his own.
And here's how it went down. In a truly incredible performance against a tough South African team, Virat Kohli did what many thought was impossible. He reached a milestone that's been the dream for basically every top batsman for decades.
And this right here, this is the new magic number. 52. Let that sink in. 52 centuries in one-day international cricket. That is the new Mount Everest for every batter who comes next.
And to really understand just how massive this is, look at this. He didn't just set a record, he surpassed a legend, the one and only Sachin Tendulkar. For years, 51 centuries felt like a record that would never, ever be touched. Well, it's been touched and it's been passed.
Okay, so how did he actually do it? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of this incredible record-setting performance.
So the scene was set. And believe me, it was not an easy day at the office. We're talking about the first big match of the series, a pitch that was doing all sorts of tricky things and facing down one of the best bowling attacks in the world. The pressure was on. Big time.
But you know what's crazy? He walked out there looking so calm, so focused. Every single shot was perfectly measured, a masterclass in control and timing. It just proves that at this level, greatness isn't about wild swings. It's about this relentless, almost machine-like consistency.
And wow, just look at the stats from the day. A massive 135 runs, which not only set up the win for India, but also, broke the record. But zoom out and look at the career stats. Over 13,000 runs with an average pushing 60? Come on, that's not a lucky day. That's just pure, sustained dominance over a long, long time.
All right, so as you can imagine, the second that record fell, the internet basically exploded. An old debate that's always been bubbling under the surface just reignited into a massive firestorm.
And it really comes down to two main camps, right? You've got Team Sachin, the folks who say, hey, he played in a tougher era against absolute legends of bowling. Then you've got Team Kohli, who point to his insane fitness, his consistency, and just how long he's been at the top in the modern high-pressure era.
But here's the thing, it's not just about two players. This whole debate opens up a can of worms, doesn't it? People are asking, are the pitches today too easy for batters? Have the rules changed too much? And what about the influence of T20 cricket? It makes you wonder, can you even fairly compare players from totally different eras? So while everyone was arguing, the rest of the world was just reacting. This was history happening live, right in front of our eyes, and it felt like a truly global moment.
I mean, social media just went into a frenzy. You had hashtags like hashtag King Kohli and hashtag GOAT debate trending all over the world. Everyone, fans, critics, even other players, had to weigh in.
And this chart pretty much sums it up perfectly. It's a perfect picture of what being a sports fan is like today, right? About half of everyone was just celebrating this amazing moment, but the other half, they jumped straight into the debate and the deep dive analysis. It was incredible to watch it all unfold in real time.
Okay, so let's put the debates and the numbers aside for a second. What does this all really mean? What is the impact on Virat Kohli's legacy?
Well, pretty much everyone agrees on one thing. No matter where you stand on the debates, it's impossible to deny that we are watching a true once-in-a-generational player. This isn't normal. This is legendary stuff happening right now.
And maybe the most exciting part of this whole story, or maybe the most terrifying part if you're a bowler, is that he's not done yet, not by a long shot. You just get the feeling there's more history to be made.
So, that leaves us with the big question, the one we'll all be debating for years. Has he done it? Is Virat Kohli now officially the greatest ODI batter of all time? Or does that whole era debate still matter? What do you think? The floor is yours.
Welcome to the Explainer. Listen, today we're diving into something truly special. We're not just talking about a cricket match, no. We're talking about the day a record that felt, well, unbreakable was just completely shattered.
All right, so let's set the stage a little. You know, in any sport, you have your great players, right? The ones who show up, score the runs, win the games. They're the workhorses, the backbone of the team.
But then, you've got another level. The players who don't just score, they create moments. You know what I'm talking about. The stuff you see on highlight reels for years and years. The impossible catches, the last-second